Hey guys, welcome to this first ever members panel only. So that means the panel members are, well, the panel on the stream is the people that are members of my channel. So without further ado, let's bring on my co-host. That is Jared from Comics League,
How you doing?
and the Heat, that is Jay Heat.
Flame on. How's everybody doing tonight?
Wow.
It's you.
Now, Teladia, you there, buddy?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
there,
I'm still
Talia?
here. Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
So what are we talking about, Teladia?
So we're talking about anything and everything.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any questions for us in the chat, anything you want to comment about, just type in the chat and we'll respond the best we can.
Except for Super Sons.
Except for Super Sons, yes.
I will go ahead and say this right now because, first of all, I just feel like they're beating a dead horse trying to revamp the Super Sons. But I have my own video for that, and I'm setting the groundwork for that. So be sure to look that out in the future. Mm-hmm. So shameless plug aside, we will not be talking about Super Sons anymore for the remainder of this stream. But I'll go ahead and start us off. I actually now this was my own fault. I was caught up with midterm, so I do have a few videos that I'm technically behind on. Hey, what's up, Pika?
What's up, Pika?
Ruth?
What's up, Ruth?
Hey, Ruth.
Now, why do I get the feeling you're going to have a field day with Crisis?
Ruth says she wants to join us she's on the train, but she wanted to join you in person.
It's all good.
Oh, just whenever you can, Ruth. Whenever you can.
Whenever you can.
But as I was saying, now let me go ahead and say this right now. I'll go further in my review, but I'll go ahead and say this right now. I'm not the biggest fan of Constantine being Pariah. Like, I get it's for continuity purposes, especially if they're going to wrap up the Tomorrowverse anyway. But really?
Well, here's the thing. Would you rather they just do Pariah? Because honestly, Pariah is not that much of a character.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, now to an extent, there's a purity to it. But okay, first of all, they didn't make it all timeline, alternate shenanigans. All Constantine did, if you look back at Apocalypse War, Constantine didn't even like nudge or bewitch Barry to create the second Flashpoint. He just convinced him to do it. So how does saying the obvious in the attempt to salvage their reality, even if it does mean altering the timeline a bit, correlate with, oh, you're going to watch these worlds burn and basically be in cosmic limbo for all eternity? Now, granted, if you've actually watched Constantine House of Mystery, Spectre did try to show John mercy and put him in the House of Mystery. But because of Constantine's self-loathing, he ended up breaking himself out. But still, becoming Pariah was a bit harsh.
You obviously have never seen the Spectre.
I mean, even for vengeance purposes, it's not like he upset some natural pecking. Wait.
He did.
That's on me.
Yeah, sorry. They even say this in House of Mystery. He did. And apparently it's not the first time. How did you guys all meet and start streaming together? Oh, boy.
Oh,
is that the story? So gather around, children, as I regale you with this mighty tale. So I was the first of us to really do this, like, full on. So I met Nick because I used to do this show called Indie Wednesday where I have indie comic creators come on and talk about their stuff. So Nick comes on and we have a great conversation and it ends. So I needed someone to come on more videos and Nick was always available. So I was like, oh, screw it. You want to co-host the channel with me? Cool. Okay.
Jared?
The student named TeladiaPlays's all of a sudden drops in the chat. I have some insider information for Gotham Knights.
Sorry, I'm multitasking because I'm...
Yeah. So then we had Teladia on because that was fun. And then we added Jay Heat because he was always in the chat and always contributed greatly to the conversation and contributed the whole idea of the ban hammer if anyone brought up Justice League. So we were like, okay, you know what? We have a good core group. Oh, I froze for a few seconds. Ah, damn.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
All right. Well, anyway, the point is, Nick came in first because he wanted to promote his book. Then Teladia came on because he wanted to talk about gaming with us. And then Jahid came on because we needed a fourth.
Oh, bloody hell.
I'm only kidding. But, and then Britt came on because she and I had known each other for over a year, talking back and forth about Superman and Wonder Woman stuff. And so I started Legacy, not knowing how big that show was going to be for the channel. So I'm like, all right, I'm liking this. And then Snyder Queen joined because I don't know if you guys noticed, but we cover Zack Snyder's work a lot on this channel. Hell, we even did a watch through of Rebel Moon when it first came out. So there's that story.
And I feel like this has been a pretty successful endeavor for all of us.
Yep.
I mean, I'm almost at 200. These two are at 1,000 reach monetization. I believe Teladia, you're almost at 2,000 if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I believe he is. I'm at 861. And Isaac asks, Jared, what do you think of Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom? I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very enjoyable movie. Now, here's the thing, though. There is a director's cut that's apparently way different than the one we got in theaters. Where have we heard that before?
I don't want to see it because of the test screens or anything to go by, and the fact that you included Aqua Baby in the storyline.
Doesn't necessarily mean the Aqua Baby death thing happens.
The test screens, come on, the test screening, come on. They at least attempted it. You got to give me that. They at least attempted it.
They did, but I get the feeling. But here's the thing: I think they changed that like before the massive reshoots happened. So there you go. But still, it's like, this is why whenever anyone tells me that, oh yeah, this is a different company now. No, it's not. They're still pulling the same BS. Anyone that tells you that is lying. So that's why I have barely any confidence about the DCU coming out. And Ruth, yes, you guys are fantastic together. Why? Thank you. Yes, we are awesome.
Ruth. Thank you.
We are awesome.
And Pika Shade says he's barely scratching 300.
Keep up, dude. Keep
it up.
Consistency.
Keep up the grind.
Eventually, you'll do it. Eventually, that's why I always tell creators: keep doing it. Have a passion for what you create. And then eventually you will get there. I was stuck on 32 subs for like 2 years before I started actually growing.
Now, to be fair, I did have some momentum with an old collab I did by YouTuber Pung Lone Wolf, or he's known as Pung P in other social media platforms. And it was just a quick what if scenario. I'd even written it down online somewhere. Remember the actual website. But and when I put that on YouTube, people loved it. That's arguably my highest view video, 3,000 views. And that boosted me up to like almost 100 subscribers overnight. Like, I didn't even think about it at first. This was just a quick collab I did. So with the right project and the right motivation, a little good goes a long way. And I didn't even think about coming back to YouTube until I started collabing with these guys almost 2 years ago. Heck, to even celebrate my anniversary with collabing with Comics League, I'm bringing that what if back. I haven't got the script made and everything. I just gotta edit the video. So I'm definitely in a different place where I was 2 years ago, and I couldn't be more honored.
Well, you're awesome, G. Bruce says, so when I was traveling this morning, I started to watch Army of the Dead. I'm an hour in. Do you guys like this movie? Yes, of course we do. It's awesome. It's a solid zombie movie. Can't wait for more, as a matter of fact, because we're getting an animated series and a sequel movie.
There are a few nitpicks, mind you, but that's pretty much zombie movies in general.
Yeah, any zombie movie's going to have plot issues. But then again, it's a zombie movie by Zack Snyder. At least it looks gorgeous. Yeah, that's just us. We're just clearly not biased Snyder fans.
Yeah, we like Army of the Dead. Like I
Mhm.
enjoyed it.
We like it so much we reviewed it on movie night twice.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
What other
what other
questions?
tough questions do you guys have for us?
Yeah, what other questions do you want to ask us in the chat? Because this is a chilled, relaxed stream. We're just chilling and relaxing, and
For a second there, I thought you said that this is a Christian stream. Like this is a Christian Minecraft server.
So another question. I'm a horror film geek. Do I have a favorite horror movie?
Does Alien count?
Technically,
I'm going with Alien.
But to some, that's the same logic as Die Hard being a Christmas movie.
But if
Which it
it's
is.
horror, probably Halloween 2016 or whatever the newer Halloween movie was.
I'm a fan of the classics. Don't get me wrong. Jason is a great horror villain, so don't get me wrong. But it's a tie between Alien and, at least in my opinion, oh God, it was on. Now, some people might not know this one, but Jeepers Creepers.
Oh boy. No, where's
That
my
is
dweeb
not-
clip?
That is not a movie for the faint of heart. That is not what that should not be your child's first horror experience.
Baby's first horror experience. That's gotta be a meme. Baby's first horror movie.
I enjoyed Aquaman. Night of the Creeps. Now that's a good one. Night of the Creeps. That's a good one.
Nice.
But
I enjoy Aquaman Lost Kingdom too. The only thing I didn't like was the end credit scene was really stupid. I'm not gonna spoil what happens in that, but it's the most moronic thing in the world.
It's a cheap gag, but at least they set it up in the movie. Come on.
Yeah, but arguably it only works in that scene. The other one, it's like at least have something with like Aquaman doing something with the Justice League to like wrap up the universe. But no.
What? Okay, I'll give a few seconds if you have not seen the film or found the clip online, so not to spoil it.
No. Spoil free. We're not talking about. I don't think we should talk about spoilers. That's just me.
All right, fair enough.
Teladia stream. Is it cool if we go into spoilers?
for what?
The Aquaman post-credit scene.
No, you can't talk about spoilers.
There you go.
Okay. All right, I'm outvoted. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, we already answered that one. We answered that one. Yes, Alien counts. So I'm going with Alien.
Do you guys think the better ending of the DCU should have been Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2?
Yeah.
But Isaac, isn't that an obvious answer for Snyder fans?
That's like asking, hey guys, do you want to? That's like asking Zach, do you want to complete your story? Hell yeah, I do.
Now,
Don't think it's gonna happen.
If I had to be completely honest with you guys, I'm not saying that it won't happen. I'm just saying it's very likely to happen given Warner Brothers' business dealings and the fact that Netflix is willing to buy out of pocket for it given their success with Snyder, with the majority
Netflix
of
has explicitly said yes. So it's
But
not like... What? Go ahead.
Would Warner Brothers do it, though?
Zaslav would. Have you seen how much stuff he's licensing?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean Zaslav's not willing to cut his losses the first chance he gets. And he's already mad that he got duped by Emmerich into buying DC and the Warner Brothers.
Well, here's the thing. They need money. And the one thing licensing deals lead to is money coming in for Warner Brothers. Because essentially, Netflix paying Warner Brothers for the right to make a Justice League thing. Don't tell me it's not possible, because it definitely is. It definitely is.
Remains to be seen, because at the end of the day, Hollywood is full of egomaniacs.
Yeah, but it's also filled with a dude that canceled a movie because he wasn't sure if it was going to make money.
From what I had heard on Batgirl, the movie, it was commercially unwatchable. That's the
but here's the thing. That's actually a misconception, because a bunch of because they did test screenings, and the test screenings actually said it's pretty good. So you never know. That's why I won't believe Superman Legacy is coming out until I'm seated in the theaters. Because at that point, they have to release it.
But
Speaking of Superman Legacy, oh, what was that, Taladia?
let's talk about something horror related. Instead of
All right,
talking
Oh,
let's
about
might as
go.
well.
comfort.
Okay, we can stay on that.
Oh, I got a better one for my favorite horror movie, A Quiet Place.
Mm,
Not bad.
not
Most
Not
of
bad.
that
bad.
involve alien stuff because I'm a huge sci-fi nerd. So there you go.
Not a bad choice. I thought the
Mhm.
sequel was a downgrade, but
At least number one was really good. So I was like, okay, you know what? I like this one.
sad news. I had to cancel my Netflix because I need to make cuts with the budget when the move
Yeah.
has happened. Fair enough, Pika.
Yeah.
No one's gonna fault you for that.
But the thing I like about The Quiet Place is how long it takes to show you what the monster looks like. Because that's one of my problems with a lot of horror movies. They show the monster almost instantly and take away all the mystique of it.
But you know my favorite horror movie?
Go.
Final Destination.
Ooh.
Oh, which part?
You can't go wrong with the classic.
Mhm.
Original.
That is true. My one nitpick about Final Destination is the fact that they kind of ran it into the ground. Like, you know, they, and I'm not going to spoil the movie behind you, but basically they do something they're not supposed to, and repercussions ensue.
I have not watched that. That's a
I
horror
have to check that out. No One Lives.
Yes,
Yes, that film is amazing.
yes. I
Oh,
watched
do-
it with.
I got another favorite horror. This is my favorite horror movie of. This is actually my least favorite horror movie of all time. You ready? Any
Go ahead.
Superman movie that features Lois Lane.
How is that horror?
It's personal horror. I had to.
If I had to say the least horror, I would have to say Brightburn. Because
Yeah, because ultimately, I'm sorry, Jay, go ahead.
if it was an Ultraman movie, like, okay, this works. But it's clearly a parody of the Superman story, just with a horror twist sprinkled in.
Now, I will say, it would be kind of cool to get origin movies off the Fresh Man and the girl with the ropes that they teased at the end. Evil Wonder Woman? Maybe if she's older, if she's the same age of his Brightburn, Evil Super Wonder?
Oh, that's basically Injustice.
Yeah.
You
Why
set
is
me
that-
up for that. You set me.
Why did you say that name?
I regret
Yeah,
nothing.
You're only allowed to play that once.
Okay,
This is
yeah.
This
Fair
is my
enough.
channel. My
Yeah,
channel.
Fair
I
enough,
got you.
fair
I
enough.
had to. I figured you would be fine with that. But there you go. Yeah, the thing about Brightburn, my problem with it is that it got too it went a little self-indulgent. Last film you watched last in the movie series, Aquaman.
Aquaman.
The Flash at the cinema.
Wait, you watched it again?
I went to the cinema. Remember, that was the last film I went to see. At the
Oh,
cinema.
okay. Never mind. My fault.
Ah,
I did-
okay.
I didn't go. I didn't go to see Aquaman. I was planning to go see the Beekeeper, David Ayer's Beekeeper film, because that looked interesting.
It looks good.
But
The
obviously things didn't work out the way I wanted to.
The movie I saw in theaters that kind of was a mixed bag for me was Napoleon.
Wait, Napoleon or Neapolitan?
Whichever one is about the French guy who tried to conquer the world. My problem with it is it took too long to get to the point. It's like it lingered on stuff for way too long, to the point where, again, I say this all the time, it says a lot when the 4-hour cut of Justice League feels faster.
Napoleon definitely had pacing issues. And to return to Roof's comment, excuse me, The
Yeah.
Flash. Now,
There are
From a
things I like
commercial
about it, to be clear.
from a commercial standpoint, this film was going to be a dud regardless because it went through multiple writers, multiple delays. I think 7 years worth of delays, and a refusal to just recast the main actor and just start from a clean slate. So you pretty much had a PR disaster with this film. But with that being said, outside the cameos being in poor taste, because that was obvious, you had pretty good cinematography and the spectacle was pretty good. So I can't take that away from the film.
I would love I would love if we got that ending scene with Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot. I need that for fan edits. I'm just saying.
could say objective with the Flash is that they should have delayed it and let Aquaman 2 come out first, especially since the point of Flash was essentially to be Flashpoint and reboot anyway. At least that's what I would have done.
Yeah, exactly. And then the weird part is that what James Gunn recently said about Peacemaker, he said that he's going to explain the new universe thing in a way that's not like confusing. And I'm like, are you just going to not address it? Because that's the only way you could really do that. Unless you make Peacemaker the psycho pirate of the universe who remembers the previous world. But even he said he's not going to do that.
Allegedly, but you know how quick Gunn is to change his mind.
He'll change his mind soon. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Why does this have to be about Superman Legacy? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we're trying to make this a non-comic book show, guys.
All right.
Fair enough. Your show, buddy. Your show.
We're just bringing in hashtag full circle. Oh, thank you. We are 3 intelligent people on here.
Oh, thank you, Roof. Thank you.
Yes.
What else do we talk about, buddy?
Oh, there is something I wanted to. Favorite horror video game.
Okay.
Aliens versus Predator. The Xbox 360 version, because if you play as a Marine in that game, have fresh underwear, because that is the scariest thing in the world. Well, actually, no. It's an alien game. The scariest game I've ever played, Alien Isolation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you run out of batteries, you're being hunted by the alien, which you can't kill, by the way, so your objective is just run. And I'm just like, this sucks in a good way. I'm not saying I'm not saying the game sucks. I'm saying, oh my gosh, I really need a gun or something like that.
As for me, I would have to agree with Alien Isolation. That is kind of like the scariest video horror game I've experienced. But I've also heard of a few other titles. Now, granted, I haven't played these, but I've heard they're notoriously bad. Like Life is Strange, I heard that was a pretty poor game. I also heard what's the other Prometheus. I've also heard the recent Fallout game was pretty bad, or the one before that.
Well, the other horror game that I played and really enjoyed is the Dead Space series. That's really fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I have watched my friends play Last of Us, and that's a jump scare. Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, it
oh
is.
God, it is. Yes.
I have watched my friends play Last of Us, and that's a jump scare game. Yeah.
Oh, Pika says. Oh, okay. So, Teladia's got it. All right, and Village. Yeah, the Resident Evil games are weird because they went from these third-person games that have really strange controls to the Resident Evil 7 Biohazard games, which are like first-person and like very gory. And I'm like, this is odd.
Yeah.
It's. I get what they were going for. The problem with the thing is, I'm really glad they went back to the more classic Resident Evil game, like design with the remakes, because otherwise, I wasn't a big fan of when they went first person, and that's just me.
That's fair. And Pika also talked about the George Clooney cameo.
Mm-hmm. But we're keeping this off of comic books.
Yeah. So, Teladia, can you choose one person to do a game stream with? Who would you choose? Well, that's obvious. I do a game stream with Jared.
Mm-hmm. Which has happened.
Which just happened, and we're going to be doing a game stream in 2 weeks. Well, under 2 weeks, and we're going to be doing Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League.
Yes, I will be playing as Deadshot while he plays as a slow ass shark.
He's not slow; he's fast.
All right, whatever.
And
I'll be covering you from a distance. Hey, what's up?
What's up, David? Says, "Sir, dude, sorry I can't make it. I'm at work right now." And David says he wants to be Harley. Okay, cool. You got Harley. Jared's Deadshot. I'm King Shark. That leaves Jay Heat with the captain of Boomerangs.
I'm fine with that. I ain't got no
Now,
problem with it.
Teladia, when you do something cool, you gotta scream, King Shark is a shark!
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, come on!
You
No,
kind of have to.
Hey, it's my stream. I do what I want.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
This is you just got
I
to
can't wait to be
Jared's.
saving your ass in combat, dude, because well, I've seen you play Arkham.
Oh, it's nothing like Arkham at all. Nothing like Arkham.
We'll see. We'll see. I haven't seen you play this game, so I don't know if you're in any way competent, which, if your performance in Arkham is any indicator, I'm going to be saving you a lot.
Oh, we haven't seen your gameplay in Arkham either.
Yeah. Let's just say I hold my own.
Ruth just laughed out loud on the train.
Yeah, we encourage people to make public spectacles.
Let people know about my channel. Tell them to come to Teladia Plays. Tell them that's where everything
Just stand up and say, attention please, subscribe to Teladia Plays.
Tell them I'm 100 away from 2K and I have to do a forfeit. They're all looking at me.
Oh, jeez, that's good.
Oh, that's funny.
So what else has been going on with you gentlemen?
Not much, just not much.
Yeah, I experimented with some new editing on my Justice League review, so we'll see what happens with that. It's doing actually pretty decent, so I'll go with that.
The gaming video that I did has gone really well for Suicide Squad's first impressions for the alpha. I got to play the closed alpha. These two nincompoops never did.
Well, because I had other stuff I was doing. I was creating content for my people.
And I'm working on my master's degree while doing all of this. I'm actually on my last semester, so
Congratulations, you're almost an adult.
my master's, not my undergrad, not my bachelor's.
Yeah. At least you're not as
Can
old
we
as
still-
Nick.
Yes.
Batman, look, I'm 25.
Yes.
Can we still do the Batman? Yeah, we kind of need
Oh
to do that.
hell yes! I recently
Yes.
watched that movie. I love it so much.
Yes, we'll do that, Ruth.
We need to. We need to.
We'll do
Oh,
that.
social work. Social work.
Ah. Yes, we need to watch that. Yeah, what I did when I did the whole why Batman is half responsible for the Joker does short. I put the Batman song from when he's fighting all the villains in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's kind of funny is that that's actually like some people's favorite Batman movie in general. And I can kind of see it because it's actually it's actually one of the most Batman movies ever.
Ruth,
Ruth,
that's
cool.
That's an amazing job.
Heck yeah.
I should know because I did as a work experience. I did do some work experience in the primary school, so I do know what that's all about. Working
so can I
with
call
little.
you Professor Teladia then?
No. They call me Mr. Teladia there. They had to call
Mr.
me
T. I can call you Mr. T.
Yeah, they call me Mr. T there. That's what I had to do.
Do you
For that
pity
2 weeks-
anyone? Do you pity anyone? I had to.
No. For that 2 weeks, specifically for that 2 weeks, I had to do work experience at a primary school.
Isaac says my two favorite Batman movies are The
That's
Dark
nice,
Knight.
Ruth.
Solid.
Hey,
Did you? I thought you did.
Wait, are we talking
I
about the
already
movie or
did.
the game Blazing
The
Flame?
video
Please be
game.
specific. Okay.
I thought you
'Cause I'm
did.
about to say,
I thought I already covered it. if I haven't, then here's my quick honest review of the story. I played the story, loved the story.
I
It
got
was
to
a bit
critique
too
him
short.
as he played it, which was fun.
Yeah. Um, and we're looking for Suicide Squad Killer Justice League. Um,
I just can't wait to save your life and Suicide Squad. It's
and
gonna be so much
Blazing
fun.
Flame, before you even ask me about WB Games Montreal's second game, let me tell you something right now. James Gunn is working on AAA games right now, and it could be a DCU Superman game again. I'm just gonna put it out there.
That could be fun. At least we'll get a Superman game at this point. I'll take it.
Finally. But
Ruth,
Ruth says, I'll probably actually start working with my internship and work with that company for a while and then build up my repertoire from there.
That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do.
But thank you so much for the question, Ruth, and I hope you can make the show. But
And by the way, you can put like YouTube, the YouTube stuff on a resume because it shows you know how to build a brand, you know how to communicate to people. That's what I did.
I'll think about it. Thank you for the idea, Jared. I'll be sure to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But alrighty then. Where were we? Where were we before that last question? Now there is some video game news, but I don't want to spoil it here since this is my show. But let it be known we are getting some quality video game. If recent announcements or anything to go by, I can say that much. And the sun's in my face. Give me a moment. Please continue, gentlemen.
Well,
go on, Jay.
I can
Jared,
say
go on.
that 343 canceled the Halo Battle Royale that was coming out, so that's interesting because that was supposed to be like their big thing. I guess they could be focusing entirely on Infinite, which would make sense at this point because they've gotten the player base back for the game. So I would think that they probably are like, okay, you know, we don't need this anymore.
Probably better because of that. You don't want to just jump the gun in situations like this.
Pun intended.
And know that pun was not intended. But even still, I just feel like Spider-Man, and this is just my personal opinion, I just feel like that Spider-Man 2 has peaked. I don't think you're really going to get too much farther with that game, even with the DLC. And I'm sorry, I still kind of cringe at that Adidas sponsored costume because that
is
no.
the worst costume they have ever designed ever.
I mean, if they do the Superman, oh, okay.
Wait, let me just answer this question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You didn't
Go ahead.
you didn't do a review on Spider-Man 2. The Spider-Man 2 video game review, it's gone past the date to me even reviewing it right now, Blazing Flame. If I'm honest with you, the game's already out. People have already done reviews on it.
It's beyond because the way YouTube works is that there's a certain time period when you can talk about something and the video actually do well, and we're well beyond Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, they're not gonna do an N64 game.
No.
What's up, Lib? Lib, I need to speak to you afterwards because something came up. So I will need to speak to you via Discord afterwards if you're free. So, any other question?
What else do we got? I can't believe that Wanda series came out 3 years ago today. She's my favorite character. Do you guys like it? I liked WandaVision. I thought it was pretty, except for the ending. The ending was kind of anticlimactic.
To answer Blazing Flames question to me, it's a straight up 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it an 8.
I give it a 9 because you can play as Venom. That it gets that extra point for that.
Yeah.
No, in my opinion, that Adidas sponsored costume knocks it down 2 points. I just can't forgive it.
Yeah, I like WandaVision.
I did. The problem is, so when they brought in the Quicksilver from the Fox movies, that was like, oh my gosh, they're bringing in the X-Men, and then they screw it up. And then the original plan was they were going to bring in Doctor Strange to like resolve it, to like help resolve it, but then they didn't because, to quote Kevin Feige, we didn't want a white man to help out or something like that. And I'm like, what? He would get involved in this.
I'm pretty sure that's because this show was supposed to be prequel or a setup for Multiverse of Madness, and Doctor Strange was going to play a role in that film anyway. But I guess the director of the show, I guess they were just trying to be cheeky without outright admitting that. But still, that's not something I would have said.
By the way, fun fact. So here's a funny story there. Yes, Ruth, they did dangle the carrot. So what happened was, what Marvel tries to do occasionally is have like a comic coming out the same time as like a big show or something like that, or they try to like re-release like a collected edition. So they were going to do, yeah, exactly. So they were going to do a comic for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because originally Falcon and the Winter Soldier was going to come out first. Now here's the funny part: because of COVID, Falcon Winter Soldier got delayed, and all of a sudden you have the WandaVision show, and then a Falcon Winter Soldier comic coming out at the same time, and everyone's like, what? This doesn't, what? How does this link? And the question, what? And the answer is, it doesn't. Do you guys think WB Montreal is a game announced at either or
I think, here's what I think about WB Games Montreal's second game. Right. It could be either the end of this year or the Summer Game Fest.
I could say that.
Preferably,
That's fair. That's fair.
because the reason why I say that is because of James Gunn's post on Threads and what he had to say about AAA games.
Here's the other question I have for you, Teladia. When do you think we'll get information on this frickin' Wonder Woman game?
That's down on WB. It depends on how WB is going to handle things, because after Suicide Squad, there's not going to be a AAA game. Wonder Woman is the next AAA game.
Yeah, but I'm like, you should be marketing this thing. It doesn't make a lot of sense what they're doing right now.
I think, I'll be honest with you, though, guys, it's like Warner Brothers is Warner Brothers right now.
Suck it, Warner
Roll the
Brothers.
clip.
No, we're not playing.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's my show. Yeah, I get to say what I want.
Yeah.
So it's like what Warner Brothers, the way Warner Brothers is completely different compared to, in the video game aspect, compared to Warner Brothers movies. Thoughts on Deadpool? Ooh, that's a good question.
You mean the new movie coming out? That looks dope.
Yeah, the new movie looks great.
Hugh Jackman in the suit.
Calm down, Jared. Calm down.
We're getting the 90s X-Men in live action. I can afford to be a little excited. Yeah.
So
man,
I
Jay,
think
you take all the fun out of things.
so. Announcement possibly this year. At just the announcement, and then release it just in time for whatever Superman Legacy comes out. Potentially, that is if they are still working on that. But who knows?
The problem with that is, how long does it take to make a AAA game, though, Teladia?
4 years, and
Legacy comes out next year.
But Warner Brothers Montreal have been working on a second game since 2018, 2019. So
you think James Gunn might just say, do this for our, like...
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone could leak the gameplay demo on the Wonder Woman game to pique its fans' interest.
True.
Could be. I'm excited too. Deadpool sounds fantastic, says Ruth.
Yeah.
What James Gunn doing now in Twitter? It's not on Twitter, it's on Threads.
Which is basically Twitter, but on Instagram. Yeah.
So,
it's in Twitter, but on Instagram.
What James Gunn said on Threads, let me go to... is it? He said, somebody asked him, hey, James, small doubt. When you said there would be games in the DCU, are there movie tying games or actual AAA games? Are you guys starting to work on it? Or are there specific reasons that you guys are making DCU games? He says, AAA games, yes, and for fun. That's what he says. So AAA games, and they've already started working on it, and he's doing it for fun. What do you guys think?
I'm still waiting to see if he can figure that out because
Wait and see on my end, if I'm being
yeah,
completely
wait and
honest.
see. Because again, I'm still not convinced the universe is gonna happen. That's just me.
But we'll see. Time will tell.
Time will definitely tell. That is correct.
So we got like 20 minutes left of the stream. If you got any more questions, put them in the chat, and I'll answer them as much as I can. Blazing Flames ask, when do you think we will get an announcement for Injustice 3 and a release date? That's a good question. Well, they skipped this year, so I don't think we're going to get any announcements for Injustice 3 this year. I think expect an announcement next year. So you'll get 2 AAA games next year.
Yeah, because they're still working on support for Mortal
Mortal
Kombat, so
Kombat, yeah.
likely they're gonna let that game have like a full year of like stuff happening, and then they'll start working on Injustice 2, I think. That's at least what I would do.
Yeah. Pika says Instagram is not letting me back. I know how that feels. Currently with my current email or username, I have no idea what I broke. I think it's basically because you never posted anything on there, so they kind of banned you.
Yeah, probably for like a inactive account, because a lot of these social media companies do that. If you like have an inactive account, that they'll just shut you down.
Isaac saying my favorite DC game are Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and Injustice.
Nice. That's a good one. That's a good set.
Roos
Not a
says,
bad lineup.
how long does it take normally to you guys to complete a game?
Oh geez, it depends on if I like the game, because I went
It
through
depends on the game. It
I went through
depends.
Yeah.
COD Modern Warfare in like a day. There was this one time I played through the entire Halo Reach campaign in about I think it was like 7 hours or so. If you're talking about if I would play a game in one sitting, that depends on if the game is like really like in there, or if it's Halo. If it's Halo, I'll just go straight through it. That's what I did with Infinite. But if it's not, again, it depends on how like extensive the game is. If it's like a Starfield game, I kind of lost interest in Starfield, even though it is peak sci-fi. Suck it, Nick. In terms of if it's like a regular game, probably like a couple of days, I would say.
Blazing Flame is asking when next year do you expect to announce? There's not going to be an announcement for Injustice 3 anytime soon. Given the
Really, we
fact that
don't know.
we don't know when Injustice 3 would be announced, because MK1 they've got a full year content. Then after that, it's like maybe a year of support for that. But they could announce it between Summer Game Fest, Game Awards. It could be anytime.
You never know. And if they
Ruth says
announce
if you
it,
like,
we'll be streaming. Yeah, exactly. If I'm really into the game, I'll just marathon the whole thing.
yeah.
If we
For
ever
me,
did get it, okay. If we ever did get an Injustice 3, we're probably gonna go off the Injustice and Masters of the Universe crossover or the Superman ending to limit Batman's line, since Kevin Conroy passed away. That would at least be the safest option.
Or just replace him with
Ruth
Bruce
has
Greenwood.
got a good question here.
Are
Are
you guys
any of you sponsored for your channels? No, we don't
No,
have
not yet.
sponsorship.
No,
I do have
no.
memberships. I do have that, like Teladia does.
I have memberships, but I don't have sponsorships yet. No sponsorships deals yet.
I'm working on that as well. Oh, we'll
That's
see what happens.
something.
You typically have to be like really big in order to get sponsorships.
Yeah, you have to have at least 2K or 2+K or something to have sponsorships. Like, for example, for Warner Brothers, you need to have about 300,000 subscribers, 300,000K subscribers in order for you to get sponsored by Warner Brothers. And for 2K, it's
I
like
can imagine I'm sponsored by Warner Brothers and I just spam the "suck at Warner Brothers" clip all the time.
like for me, for Warner Brothers, like if I get sponsored by Warner Brothers, that'd be great. Like I'd be able to talk about the game or whatever it is I can talk about. If I get sponsored by 2K, I can talk about anything Marvel or even or Marvel games, or even WWE games, because I'm into WWE, so I could get sponsorship out of them. But I normally just go through my friends. Really, they actually help me out with that. And no, not these nincompoops. I'm talking about my friends that I've known for about 10 years.
Ah,
They they actually are big on the YouTube space.
we're all getting there. We're all getting there.
So, Ruth says, "Oh my God, that's a huge amount." Yes, that is a huge amount, Ruth.
Yeah,
And
but
Ruth,
to a degree, it goes by really fast if you're consistently posting good content.
just to remember what I said to you the other week about UK meetups, that is going to be happening. I promise you, there's going to be a UK meetup where we meet up in my area, in my city. We just chill and relax, and we'll go to lounge or something, and we can have food. Um, Blazing Flames asks, do you guys think we'll get a lot of news or more DC games looking forward after Suicide Squad, Kill the
Suicide Squad
Justice
will
League?
have to be out for a while before they start announcing anything else. Because
Uh,
here's what you guys got to understand: they're not. Thank you. Here's
Thank you.
here's what you guys have to understand about the way marketing works for these big companies. They're not going to announce a new thing immediately after their current product launches, because then their current product is drowned out in the public discussion by that new announcement. So what they're probably going to do, if Suicide Squad is big, it is like a huge game and very popular, this could change and get longer this period. I would say a month at the minimum. I don't know how much maximum. So in other words, a month after it releases, maybe they could do something. A month if it's like not a big game, if it like tanks like Gotham Knights did, is what I would say.
No, it's not gonna tank. There's too much riding on this game.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, there's already end game content for the Suicide Squad Killer Justice League, so there's gonna be a lot of hype for the game. I've already
Yeah,
pre-ordered it. I'm
me
playing
too.
the game. I'm streaming the game. Jared and I will be Jared will be streaming it twice a week with me, and I'll be streaming it 3 to 4 times a week. So Tuesday, Wednesday's a day off, but then Thursday I'll come back on Thursday. I'll do more chapters. I'll help Jared's character out while he's not streaming it, so he can get some loot, and the rest of the guys. And remember, if any of the members are willing to that wants to play with me, if you're a member and you're the highest tier, you'll be able to game with me, and we'll be able to play live on stream.
Heck yeah.
So that'd
Heck
be
yeah.
fun. So that'd be something really cool. And Ruth, we appreciate you retweeting our tweets.
Really helps.
It really does help to get our name out there a little bit. So
Thank you.
we appreciate you ever so much for that. Marvel games, are we excited for?
Yeah,
Um,
I'm
some
excited for the stories.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Black Panther game, the Iron Man game, the um I'm not too sure about Black Panther and Captain America game, a bit iffy on that, but I'm excited for Iron Man the solo Black Panther game, the Wolverine game I'm looking forward to as well. And I'm also looking forward to so many other things that Marvel have got coming up their sleeves. As long as it's fun.
Heck yeah.
So, that is so much to look forward to. Uh, any more questions you want to ask us in the chat? We're not going to talk about the league stuff, Blazing Flame,
Yeah,
because
we're not. We're not. We
I don't want to get in
typically
trouble.
don't address leaks because oftentimes, as was the case with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, the leaks are people making it up.
Yeah. Ruth, you know what time zone I'm in?
I'm in EST.
GMT.
EST for me as well.
GMT.
I'm a Florida man.
Georgia.
Isaac says he's excited for the Wolverine and the Blade game. Yes.
Those look good. Those look good.
I'm a bit skeptical, but I appreciate it.
So, any more questions you guys want to ask us? You got 10 minutes of us left before we have to dip.
It's
Wait,
snowing
it's
in
snowing?
England. Wow.
Wait, it's not snowing here. I've just checked outside my window. It's not snowing. Must be snowing where you are, but not not in where I'm from. No, Gotham Knights is done. Blazing Flame. Gotham
Mhm.
Knights is finished, pretty
No,
much.
no. That game was dead on arrival. I'll say it. That game was freaking dead on arrival. Now, if I went into all the detail, like how was a salvage job and Scotland, we'd be here all day if I went into all that. Just let it be known, it just wasn't a good game, and it didn't hit the numbers corporate wanted. So it is what it is.
It met sales expectations. It just did not reach critics' expectations. That's why the game lost a lot.
You are the gaming expert, Teladia, so I will concede to you. Do you think we'll get a new Batman game?
No.
No.
WB Montreal will not touch another Batman game.
Nope.
They'll give it like a couple of years after Conroy.
They'll give it a few years before we get a new Batman Arkham game. And as for Rocksteady,
go ahead.
As for Rocksteady, they'll be focusing on Suicide Squad more than another IP, considering its live service.
If we do ever get another Batman game or a larger Batman medium, start with a clean slate, get a fresh actor. I feel for Bruce Greenwood. He's a solid actor. He arguably has a pretty good Kevin Conroy impression. But if you are going to continue the profession in the business, I prefer for Bruce Greenwood to actually be his own man, be his own actor, and have his own performance. I don't want him to just be overshadowed or constantly in the shadow of Kevin Conroy.
No, but I'm just saying even before Conroy died, Greenwood proved himself as a pretty solid Batman voice.
True.
I mean, he was the Young Justice Batman.
He was. I just don't want this to be an Adam West situation where he gets typecasted for years.
Oh, true.
That's all I was trying to say.
He's been he has been in other stuff though.
Yeah. Yes, as we know, you do your not positive review for Gotham Knights.
Highly recommend that video, but it gets intense.
Blazing's asking me, do you think I don't think we're gonna get DLC for Gotham Knights. No DLC for Gotham Knights, and there's a reason for that. The higher ups left the studio. Changes up in the studio. There's so many conflicts.
Yep, a lot of infighting going on.
So for me, film this year alone, Joker 2 got my interest, and Deadpool 2, Deadpool 3. That's for my film.
Yeah,
in terms of comics, if DC announces the Ultimate Universe, that's gonna be my favorite thing going forward.
For me, in terms of like movies, I agree with Teladia. It's Joker or Deadpool. In terms of comics, I'm interested in this new Superman versus Brainiac event that they just announced, which is gonna be the big Superman event. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's gonna be pretty cool. So I'm down for that. And actually, wait. I got you guys beat. In terms of movies, Rebel Moon Part 2.
That's an obvious choice for you.
That's an obvious choice.
And the extended edition in summer.
Yeah, what's up, Fanbird?
Fanbird
the third? The nerd. I can't pronounce your name.
Bird the nerd. Okay, I got it. I nailed it.
You nailed it. I can't.
Yeah, fail.
But as for me, I got to go deep cut on this one. I got to go with Sonic 3 because I'm very interested in how they're gonna pull off Sonic Adventure 2 in live action. Because
you mean Shadow the Hedgehog?
But Shadow debuted in Sonic Adventure 2. I know what I'm talking about.
No, but I'm
And
just saying
thank
we
you,
get
we
to see
agree with
live
you.
action Shadow. He's my favorite.
Like, are we gonna get like the
Sonic
full
character.
game experience? Or are we just gonna get the, because I believe there was a fan film that we released a few weeks ago covering Shadow's origin on the arc. Wait, was that a fan film or was
I
that
have no
officially
idea.
licensed by
Fan
studio?
film. Fan
Now
Fan
the
film.
question
Okay,
is,
thank
Jay
you.
Heat, can they go full Shadow the Hedgehog the game with this and give Shadow guns?
I would not be
Nah.
surprised.
Nah,
That would
nah.
be awesome.
That game was a choice. No, let's talk
That
about
game
it. Let's
was
talk about it.
awesome.
No, first of all, that game was atrocious, especially since you went through you basically might as well have been playing Full Caliber 3, where you had all these different maps and layouts. In order to get to the true ending, you had to grind almost 40 freaking chapters.
Says the guy that was giving praise to Gotham Knights last night. So you know
I was
Yeah.
trolling you, and I stand by that
in
statement.
terms of like taste, you're not
Wait,
exactly
wait.
out of the doghouse, sir.
Yeah. So before you carry on this discussion, I just want to answer this
Mhm.
question. So the more likely outcome of you, no, Rocksteady won't be the one to make a new Batman game,
No, not
It'll be-
Rocksteady.
and it won't be WB Montreal. It'll be a different studio entirely.
Oh, thank you for confirming it was a fan film, Pika. Thank you.
Yeah, I told
Okay.
you it was a fan film. You don't believe me.
I do
this
believe
guy.
you. You're the game expert.
Again, this is the guy that was giving Gotham Knights praise. Are we in
You're
any
gonna
way
run this.
surprised?
You're gonna run this into the ground.
Yeah,
aren't you?
exactly. I can. Thank you.
Yes, and this is my channel.
Yeah, I have Teladia's permission.
Okay.
And he admits that we broke him with Marvel
Yes.
last night, guys.
Oh, you mean the book I assigned him to read for April Fools that he didn't read?
I had finals. What you want me to do?
Read it when you're not studying for finals.
Actually, I have read it. So
Yeah, but you didn't read it when I told you to.
we'll see, Jay.
I had to read Civil War 2, sir. Okay, I suffered.
Yes, compared to Marvel, that's not.
I
that
had
bad.
to watch
Come
the
on.
theatrical cut of Justice League.
Wait, there's a
Yeah.
theatrical cut of Justice League
Ruth says we need a date booked in
Yep.
for the watch party for sure.
for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
DM me and Jared, and we can organize that
Yep.
up.
I'm down.
Me and Jared will organize that up for a specific date on the weekend or something where you're free, I'm free, and you can be on the panel as well, Ruth, for that.
You get to hear my colorful commentary about Batman.
So who are you thinking? Someone like Monolith or the studio WB owns we aren't aware of? It'll be another studio entirely. It won't be someone like Monolith. It'll be a different studio. Because WB Montreal, if they test another Batman IP, it's gonna kill the brand.
Mhm.
Literally. And Rocksteady right now, they're too busy with Suicide Squad. And they already burnt out on Batman themselves. They even said it themselves. They're not gonna do any more Batman games.
And Monolith, we still don't know if the Wonder Woman game is any good.
Yeah, well, we don't know much about the Wonder Woman game. So, there's that. Any final comments or questions? Put them in the chat. Put them in the chat, guys. Put your final comments or questions you want to ask me, Jahi, and Jared. We were going to get a guest on, but I guess they were busy. I think Max was busy, and probably some of the members were busy as well.
Baby Hands was busy. I see.
Well, baby hands is baby hands, isn't it? I'll tell him.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you choose for Harley Quinn?
Let's see. It's a good question, actually. If I can't pick Margot Robbie, I'll see how Lady Gaga is.
Okay. And Jared says Lois Lane sucks.
Hey, you said final comments. I didn't want to interrupt the flow of conversation.
Well, Lois Lane is Lois Lane.
I love how that's become the outro. Oh my gosh.
Do you guys think we got like a Marvel or Marvel fighting game from NetherRealm? No, I don't think we're gonna get a Marvel fighting game. I do think we're gonna get a Lego Marvel game though. What is up, Movie Theater King?
What's up?
Sup? How you doing? Jared would sing them to death. Do you see that?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah. Well, she's
What-
playing in Joker, so we'll see.
what would an X-Men video game look like? An
Like
X-Men
Marvel
game,
Ultimate Alliance or something like that, because didn't they do a
Yeah.
game like that pre-Ultimate
X-Men.
Alliance?
X-Men Legends.
Yeah, it's pretty much that.
Do you think we'll get a new Batman Lego Batman game?
I don't think we're
Maybe?
gonna get any new Batman themed games. I really don't.
Movie situation. I'd rather. I
Wait,
prefer a
don't
game
they
where
have Lego going on right now?
Mm.
do you
Mary
guys-
Jane by a mile.
Hello?
Yes, Mary Jane by a mile.
Because at least Mary Jane is a tolerable character.
Jay, you're lagging like crazy. He's in the Speed Force.
He's in the Chrono Ball. He's
Hold
in
on,
the
can you hear me
Chrono
now?
Ball. Yes, now I can.
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're in the Chrono Ball. You're like just slow
Oh, ha,
down.
ha.
Jimmy. Like this.
Something's going on.
How about
Yeah,
now?
that's his.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Guys, Ghostbusters
Okay, there we
Frozen
go.
Empire thought.
Ghostbuster Frozen
I
Empire.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, from Ruth. She's asking us that question. Very good questions, by the way.
Wait, Supermodel Mary Jane or Lois Lane wannabe Mary Jane from the Insomniac games?
Supermodel by far.
Supermodel.
Supermodel by
Stop
far.
trying to turn people into Lois Lane. It's not going to work. By the way, I just saw this image that's leaked from Deadpool.
Ooh.
Look at that suit.
Blazing Flame is asking, do you think Peter will get a retirement for Spider-Man 3?
Yeah,
and
that's
fight the
not
villain?
lasting. That's not.
That's
yeah,
not-
unless
That's not lasting.
no, because the only way you could really make that work is if you do a Secret Six or Ultimate scenario where they actually do kill Peter off, and that's kind of a brand killer if we're really being honest. I'm not saying Miles Morales can't carry a game on his own. I'm just saying that Peter is the more established and invested character. That's all I'm saying.
Plus, really, Peter's a more unique character. That's the thing.
But we have about 8 minutes left. Well,
Yeah.
5 minutes left. Excuse me.
5 minutes.
Ruth, that was a troll by Ryan Reynolds about like all the different characters that were showing up on Deadpool. No, that was just Ryan Reynolds being a troll.
Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, exactly.
So we got a few minutes before we end the stream. We're gonna let the guys do the outro now. But if you guys we're gonna allow a couple of more questions to be put out there for each individual viewer. If you got your final question, put them in the chat. It's gotta be a good one. And we're doing member stream every single month. 16th of every month will be a member stream. Or every
Blazing-
Tuesday of every month.
Didn't we just answer this?
Yeah, we just answered this question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Think of
I
another
think it's
question.
just okay. Okay.
In terms of like my outro, if you guys want to just start that while I type
Yeah.
out questions.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Go
I
ahead.
just released my review of the Justice League Unlimited episode called Double Date, where we get like Huntress's origin. I kind of played around with the editing on this one a little more, so I'm interested to see how this one does. It's already doing pretty well, as a matter of fact. I released the Super Wonder Legacy episode yesterday, where Britt and I talked about why Injustice sucks as a Superman story and a Wonder Woman story. In terms of comic talk, I'm going to be talking about what you guys can expect from the channel in 2024, or just talking about other comics I'm enjoying. And then in terms of Under Two Capes, we're going to be talking about if superhero fatigue is real. So there is that. And then movie night, we're going to be talking about John Constantine.
That is this guy's movie.
Yeah, he voices Constantine.
Bloody wankers, the whole lot of you.
Hey, Teladia, how's it feel when an American does a British accent?
Me and Ruth would be discarded. We would discard it. So, Jay, let them know what you got coming up.
Well, as for me, I have my Swordchar playthroughs. Those are still coming out. I also have some new Direction Verse content, which is a consistent long-term project between me and Jared. I got some this time around I'm focusing more on Green Arrow, so be sure to stick out for that. As for me, I am actually starting also a Wasted Potential series where I talk about wasted potential of characters and plot lines. And I'm on the verge of reaching 200. Maybe I'll make that a chill stream. Maybe I'll read a controversial storyline out loud. But
yes, you will.
I hope by the end of this year, I'm making an official announcement now. By the end of this year, I do want to read reread, I should say, Marvel Live at some point during this year. I may be able to do it. I may not. We'll have to see.
So, cool. Ruth has got a question for us.
You could send space and take one meal and drink. Pizza and... What's my drink? Coffee.
Oh, I got a good one.
Mm-hmm.
The one meal I would take is a nice king prawn balti, an Indian takeaway. And Ruth, you know exactly where I'm going with this because I'm an Indian, so I would go for that. And what drink I would take? I would actually take a Prime, a limited edition Prime, a Space Prime edition. Yes, I'm not sponsored by Prime, just FYI. I wish I was.
Sponsored by Optimus Prime.
Ruth says she's a Geordie. Most people can't understand me. I'd understand you. I'm a Brummie, so I would understand you. Pika says I should do a video at some point where I speak rally English sounding Finnish accent. Okay. So as for me on my channel, guys, as this is the end, I have got my Justice League well, it's issue 7. We're gonna be discussing it with Jared tomorrow. It's gonna be the volume 1, end of volume 1. We're gonna be talking about that extensively. Jared still needs to send me the tile for the thumbnail.
I gotcha.
He needs to do that. And we've got also what else have we got? We also got to work on some video games because I know that Suicide Squad Killer Justice League will be doing some coverage for that this week. So stay tuned for that because there will be some videos coming out talking about Dr. Lupo and Shroud and some of these other content creators that are getting to play the endgame content. So we'll be discussing about that. And Ruth says, thank you all so much for answering my question. As always, you guys are all awesome. Thank you, Ruth, for actually participating in the stream. Next time, I would love for you to be on the panel because you are an awesome person. We would love for you to be on the panel.
I sent you the title.
Let me see the DM.
That should get some attention.
Oh yeah, that will get attention for sure.
Seriously, I have seen a certain hashtag being. I think Lois Lame is trending on Twitter right now.
Wait, is it? Please tell me it is. Please tell me it is.
Wait, let me see. Let me see if she's trending.
If it's Lane,
I have seen it.
That'll be even more hilarious because then it'll be. I think it's Lois Lane because of Bosworth talking about Lois Lane. So
yeah,
Henry Cavill is trending.
Well, of course, because I think they did an announcement for the
Warhammer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
but anything else you guys want to talk about?
Blazing Flame just says there's no need to worry about retirement for Peter. It's temporary, right? No.
Those type of stories never really work anyway.
Sync Havoc, make sure you rewind the stream. Watch the beginning because this is lots to go over.
It goes off the hook.
Thank you, Ruth. And I will message you details on that.
Yeah.
And Ruth says...
Yes, everyone loves it. Yeah. Your request is my command. I will do it.
And Movie Theater King says, hey, what about the stream about DC's best event ranked and review?
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun to do.
We'll talk about that.
We'll think about it. And Blazing Flame says, thank you for answering all my questions. You guys rock. Much love, peace. And Isaac says, Jared, Teladia, and Jay. Fist bump.
Fist bump, brother.
Fist bump. There we go. All right, we're out of here, guys. Take care, everyone.
Lois
Jared,
Lane and this Lois
Lois
Lane.
Lame. There you go.
All right,
Blame
we're
on.
out.
Money
Wait.
bad.
No, you don't get to say that.
No,
Wait,
no,
what are you talking about?
no,
You didn't say anything.
no. Okay, end it now. Go, 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 go.
Okay, we're out of here, guys. Peace.
Lois Lane is Lois Lane.
What? Go ahead.
End it before he comes back in. End it.
He can't come back in. Lois Lane is Lois
It's
Lane.
Lois Lame. Yeah, exactly.
Bye.